Oh, you didn't know?
Ocho Cinco, was he a quarterback?
Your ass better call somebody.
He's gone for the touchdown. Caldwell Pope. How about that one, baby?
It's worse than a tape.
How did he win this game?
I hope this is bleach.
Take the hoop out of the playbook, please.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the NFL Weekly Matchup, Week 15. We just got off of Week 14, some good games in the NFL, some beat down, some close games. Tampa and the Bills, what a game that was after the halftime. Josh over there yawning. Looks like he's waking up a little bit. He is back this week after missing last week, a little ill last week, but he's back this week for the NFL show. Josh, how was your week of football?
It was good, man. I was able to sit down and watch some games on Sunday. The games that I was able to watch, I was really hoping the Raiders would put up a little bit more of a fight, but they got manhandled. The Falcons-Panthers game pretty good. The Falcons kind of surprised me. The Panthers pulling Cam Newton, then putting him back in, then pulling him back out. It's like, y'all going to make up y'all's mind with Cam Newton?
He's back on the bench.
He's bullying that coaching staff. They're sitting there saying he's still the starter, blah, blah, blah. No, he's not.
They need somebody besides the P.J. Walker. He looked a little bit better than P.J. Walker to me, but I don't know.
But Cam Newton is bullying that organization right now.
I was telling him if Cam Newton had the mindset, I was telling Preston last week, I think he would fit kind of good in a role like a Taysom Hill role, like coming in and doing a QB power or something, in the end zone, getting in the end zone. He could go do that. Imagine, I know it's not Tampa Bay's offense, and you would never take out Brady, but imagine, bringing him in on the when they get to the goal line, letting Cam Newton run it in for Tom Brady instead of Tom Brady running in and getting hurt. They could run that kind of offense with Brady. They did it with Breeze and Taysom Hill, so why not? Why not, it can make Tampa Bay that much better, or do it with a different team. Heck, I don't know. I think that's interesting.
Carolina, I think once he's out in Carolina, he's done.
Oh, I think so, too. I think he's done after Carolina. But I just think that'd be interesting. The only place I could see him going after Carolina is, Brady likes to pick up random people at times. Maybe Brady has the same idea I do. But if you heard it, you heard it on the NFL Weekly Matchup first before you heard it anywhere else. So I said it first before. If Brady goes and picks him up and they start doing that, you never know. I don't think Cam Newton has he doesn't have the attitude to be a backup though.
Is this the guy that sold you a car?
Maybe
that's the same guy that sold me my car.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it is.
That's cool.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. So. Preston, I'll get your thoughts. Preston, how was your week of NFL football? Did you catch any games?
It was absolutely awesome. The Bucs and Bills game was, it was terrible in the first half, really. And then the second half, it was just electrifying to see the game finish the way it did. And then I'm just on cloud nine right now. My Falcons are still in the playoff contention. Like, it's not over yet. It's not over. We could still get a wild card position.
Why would you want to, though?
Why would you not?
Because I'm the Saints. I want them to lose every damn game.
At this point, they're still not going to get a great draft pick, so you might as well go as far as you can.
I don't know. I'm a Saints fan.
I just want to see my team succeed,
I'm a Saints fan. We don't have no damn receivers. Our quarterback's half hurt. Our quarterback's hurt. We don't have a quarterback.
Hey, they make the play.
We play Tampa Bay?
Yeah, you play Tampa Bay, and Tampa Bay's got a chance to lock up the division.
Hey, the Falcons make the playoffs, and Calvin Ridley will all of a sudden clear the mental health protocol and be back.
We haven't looked at the lines yet, but if it's a big line, I might surprise. I hate to tell you.
You shouldn't.
Tampa struggles. Tampa can struggle on defense at times. They've looked better these past few weeks. Don't get me wrong. I think they definitely win, but you never know. I'm just saying, Tampa's up and down. We'll see.
Hey, what about that 49ers-Bengals game? And the Bengals need that win bad.
Yeah, they both needed it, though. Niners needed it, too. Niners fighting for the wild card spot. They got two other teams in the division right now playing on Monday night. We're watching about to start the third quarter. The Rams and Cardinals tied 13-13 at half, started the third quarter. But, yeah, they got two teams that are at the top of their division over there, so they want to get a wild card spot themselves. So they both needed to win there, and only one of them come up with it. An overtime game. Niners were up 20-6 with like 4 or 5 minutes left. and Bengals almost made a comeback. You know, Jamar Chase is just the real deal. I know he had a good week. But yeah, overall our records for the week were pretty good. I went 8-5. Josh,
Wait, who?
what? What are you talking about?
What'd you just say?
Who cares? Yeah, but I'm just saying.
I just try to get him again. Just
because your record's not here, just because you probably had the least.
No, I think I'm like 8. I think I'm like when I counted up.
We'll figure it out next week. We'll figure it out next week. The total record in Preston's record. We didn't have his picks here. We didn't have his record. I know he sent them to, or he didn't send them to me. I know he had them though. I know he had his picks set. We just don't have them. Josh actually led the week as far as we know. As far as we know in those Prestons, we're giving it to Josh. So Josh led the week with 9-4, even though he didn't pick
Spencer Rattler to Carolina.
He would have went 10-3 if he picked the other game. Breaking news. We have breaking news. College football. Spencer Rattler to Carolina. Is that confirmed? Can any guy tell?
I'm trying to tell you right now.
I don't know. Is that South Carolina? I'm guessing.
It has to be.
All right. Well, while he looks that up, we'll just go ahead and.
Hey, another breaking news for NFL. Super Bowl in 2024 will be
South Carolina
at Los Angeles Raiders Stadium.
At Los Angeles Raiders Stadium.
Whoa! Shane Beamer is getting Spencer Rattler. Wow!
And I know we're
down to that prima donna Spencer Rattler.
I know we're not in the college football show. I know people watch. A lot of people watch. I mean, not a lot of people watch it. More people watch that than they watch this. But you know, any thoughts on that?
I don't really know how to feel about it.
We're reaching millions. We're reaching millions. A lot of people.
Maybe someday.
Maybe someday. But yeah, my thoughts is Spencer Rattler's a prima donna. Who knows? He might can fit in over there at South Carolina. I don't know. I don't really like the guy and his character. I don't.
I think I agree with it.
I don't really like it just because I'm a Clemson fan and I really don't want to see my rival get anybody. But it's also I just hate the transfer portal because my coach doesn't believe in it and doesn't accept players from it, which I think is just so stupid.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's go ahead and we're going to recap a little bit more. I know we said the Chiefs beating down the Raiders, talked a little bit about that. Chiefs looking good. San Fran topping the Bengals. Tampa hanging on and beating the Bills in overtime. You know, Bills had a little run. They were down 24-3 at half. It ended up coming back. Did you guys catch any of that game? Any thoughts on that game?
I went to dinner when the overtime started, so I didn't get to see it, but I was keeping a close eye on it. And when I got the notification that Tom Brady threw that touchdown, it was nice.
I was going to mention something about fantasy, and I forgot what I was going to mention. We were talking about something. Josh had said something. I can't even remember.
Catch.
Who caught that one? Van Jefferson? Yep, that's Van Jefferson. Touchdown, Rams.
That was a true 60-yard touchdown.
52 yards. Wow.
I hate it when you see that.
Beautiful pass by Matt.
It really was. I hate it when you see a quarterback throw a 2-yard pass and the guy runs for like 73, and they're like a 73-yard touchdown pass. I was like, no, it was a 2-yard pass. The guy ran it.
Hey,
that was a true 50-yard touchdown pass.
A trouble pass at the line of scrimmage. If it goes forward, it counts as a pass.
This was a true 52-yard touchdown.
Yeah, he slung that ball. But
He's a gunslinger.
That Tampa Bay Buffalo game, I left at about 6 o'clock. I had to go do something, and I got back at 7:45 and turned it on, and I was like, "Let me watch this." Mainly because I like watching football, but I had some fantasy interest in this game. I did not need Buffalo to get the ball back, I really needed Buffalo to kick a field goal at the end of the regulation and be over with. But, I didn't need Godwin to catch any more balls. Thank God it wasn't Godwin that caught that touchdown pass. If it was anybody, it should have been Evans. But
that's what I needed. I needed Mike Evans another touchdown. I needed Emmanuel Sanders. I won about because I play daily fantasy. Me and Clay both won a little bit of money. I won about $200, and but I could have won a lot of money if Sanders would have stayed in and maybe caught a touchdown. Could have won a lot more. Could have won a few thousand, but it always doesn't work out that way. But anyway, let's. I want to get your guys' thoughts on a couple teams before we get into the upcoming games and the upcoming lines. We're gonna play a little game here before we start. Are these teams contenders or pretenders? So I just thought of this. I was thinking about this the other day. We could go through it pretty fast. Nothing we're going to talk about that long. But I know you guys probably had the same answer here. But the Chiefs. What's your thoughts on the Chiefs, Josh? Are they contenders? Are they going to be contending for it at all, or are they pretenders?
Contenders,
No doubt.
I think they're hitting. I think they're hitting on all cylinders right now.
Preston?
I think they're contenders as well. I think they're hitting their stride.
I absolutely agree. I think they're between them and the Patriots. I think they're my favorite to go to the Super Bowl. Still, I still think I'm picking them as a favorite. I'm still going with my pick between the Rams and the Chiefs, but
it was my Super Bowl last night.
Yeah,
Bills Bucks.
Yeah, Bills Bucks. But I could see, Tampa Bay. I could see a rematch. The way it's looking right now to me, because I don't know. I for some reason I feel like the Patriots just gonna come up just short. I could see it. I could see it being a rematch of last year's Super Bowl. Next team, the Bills. Bills coming off a loss. Preston, what's your thoughts? Are they contenders or pretenders?
That's a tough one. I still think they're a contender in the AFC. I still think they've got everything in front of them.
Josh, any thoughts on the Bills? Or you think they're contenders or pretenders?
Pretenders.
I agree with it. I wasn't a fan with the Bills all season, and they were down 24-3, and Tampa Bay's secondary. They're good at times, they're bad at times. I think they just. I've been saying the Bills are. I've been saying they're pretenders. I said it before the season. I think they get knocked out first round of the playoffs, depending on who they play. I think they get knocked out first round. Personally, I don't think they're going to make it very far. I would say they're pretenders too. Another team, just a couple others. Ravens, I know they're dealing with injuries. So, I would say they're pretenders personally just because of the injuries. I said they're pretenders without the injuries. I said, I wasn't a fan of them before the season. Josh, you have any thoughts on the Ravens?
Whew. Losing their running back early hurt them.
Lost a lot in the secondary, too. They lost Marlon Humphrey.
Marlon Humphrey's out. Now Lamar Jackson's dealing with he does not have a high ankle sprain, but he's dealing. That's going to be ailing him. As much as I want them to be contenders, I'm going to say pretenders.
Preston, any thoughts?
Yeah, I agree. I think they're pretenders. I just don't think that team's really set up so far to go far enough in the playoffs to do anything.
Gotcha. Two more teams here. The Browns coming off a win, beating the Ravens. Any thoughts on that, Preston? Do you think they're
100% pretenders? I just don't think that team's that great. I think they're completely overrated.
I want to say if they were fully healthy and Baker was fully healthy, I know we could say that with the Ravens too. If Baker was fully healthy, I would see this thing. Ooh, what a pick! Kyler Murray throwing interceptions at pick six. No,
he's thrown 2 interceptions.
The Rams. Ooh. He doesn't play good coming back off injuries. He might still be playing a little hurt, but no.
He's also 5'2", throwing over a 6'9" guy.
Yeah. The Browns, if they had a healthy quarterback, I would definitely say they're contenders. I don't think they're going to do anything, but I'm going to say they're pretenders, but I don't know. I could see them doing well. What's your thoughts?
Man, let me tell you, when that onside kick happened, when the Ravens kicked that onside kick and it hit the Browns fullback on his shoulder pad, they got it back.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I really hope the Ravens can get down here and do something. But
that'd be typical Browns.
If it was Lamar Jackson being the quarterback, I think they could have done something and won. But not only are the Browns pretenders, Baker Mayfield's a pretender.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of his. I
haven't been either, but he has been hurt this season. I have to give him that. He has been hurt this season. I've never been a big fan of his, but I do have to give him some slack. I think he gets another chance next season. I think if he, didn't they pay him? I think they paid him. I'm not 100% on that.
That's his house. You know what I'm saying? He's all over the commercials. That's his house. Like, what are they going to do? Kick him out of town? He's there.
Last team here, and I think this is kind of controversial. You could go either way on this too. The Cowboys. Any thoughts on that, Josh? Contenders or pretenders?
I think the Cowboys are contenders. I don't really want to say that. I don't really like the Cowboys too much, But I think the Cowboys are contenders. I think Pollard could be healthy. I think they have the best one-punch running back duo in all of NFL. Yeah, I like the Cowboys. I think they're contenders.
Preston?
I agree 100%. I think they're contenders as well. I think they just need to get healthy. And I think, Dak has so much support from his entire team. If he can just put everything together, I just see this team being really good. They get really healthy. I just see them winning that division easily, going into the playoffs, and I think they can make some noise. I think they're a contender. I think they're a true contender.
Yeah, and one thing I want to say, fully healthy. They haven't been healthy these last few weeks. They've been missing their receivers, and they got the rest of their games. They got the Giants, Washington again, and then they got the Cardinals and the Eagles. So they got divisional games coming up.
They're 3-1 in those games.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe 3-1 or split. I don't know. Do I see them as contenders to contending for the playoff? Yes, but do I see them contending for the Super Bowl? I do not. I don't know. I just don't. They're going to fall apart. I don't know. And maybe that's just because I think Tampa and the Rams are almost one. Tampa, Rams, and Cardinals are almost a lock to go to the Super Bowl in the NFC. I would say. I don't think nobody's going to beat them, but and to go to the Super Bowl in the NFC. But I don't know. Maybe Cowboys show up. We'll see. All right. That's all I wanted to talk about. I just want to see your guys' thoughts. Do we have a player of the week for week 14? Josh, we'll let you go first.
All right. Give me George Kittle. 13
receptions
for 151 yards for a tight end and 1 score. 151 yards for a tight end. That's rare.
That was
13 receptions. He was good.
He's going off. That was my player of the week last week. I mean, he put up almost 50 points, fantasy points last week. I said before the season, the game started, I thought he was going to do really good and have a really good fantasy week, and he's putting up numbers right now. Preston, who you going with?
Yeah, no real surprise. Me and Josh were kind of fighting before this to decide who was going to get to take him. I'm going to go with Aaron Rodgers. He just, took care of business again versus the Bears. He owns that franchise. He went 29 of 37 for 341 yards and 4 touchdowns in the air. I mean, the dude, and he did it on a hurt pinky toe. I mean, come on. That's a football player right there dealing with the serious injury and being able to put it all on the line for his team and his franchise. He just owns them right now.
He's got a quick release, man. He's got a quick release, dude.
He does.
Man, he just throws that ball like it's nothing, man. Yeah. I just don't. He is at the tip top of his game right now.
Yeah, I know this is not really a big surprise. I didn't like any of all the picks. I just went to one of the close games who pulled off a win. He's had a lot better games this season, but I'm going to go. I could have went with the loss. I could have went with Josh Allen, but I'm going to go with Tom Brady. Tom Brady, 362 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 passing touchdowns, and a rushing touchdowns. Also, I want to say about Tampa Bay before we go into the picks. Leonard Fournette has been incredible these last few weeks. He had 119 yards, a rushing touchdown as well. Do you guys think he's a top 10? Do you guys think he's a top 10 running back in the NFL?
Right now, yes, for sure. Top 5. He is running. He's
running good, man. He's looking good.
They've got some packages for him, and he's executing good. He's playing really good right now.
I don't know what's up because they've kind of limited these other running backs too, and maybe he's just looking that good.
Oh, man. Let me the honorable real quick.
Oh, you broke up. You broke up. Say again.
I said the honorable mention real quick. Hold on 1 second.
You had an honorable mention.
Yeah, I got one. Dalvin Cook, 205 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Oh, yeah. That was happy for you. You were happy about that one. Coming off an injury, too.
Coming off an injury, he just ran like it was no tomorrow.
Well, that makes sense why Madison only got like 2 points.
Yeah. Well, Josh, I think if that game would have stayed a blowout and they'd have kept running, I think Josh would have been on to something because Josh did ask me. He said, should I play both of them? If that game would have stayed a blowout, I think they may have benched Cook and they could have ran Madison. I thought that's what they were going to do.
Questionable? Was he a game time
decision? let me tell y'all my boneheaded mistake in my other league, not the one I'm in with your brother, but the other one. So Allen gets hurt, right?
Yeah.
Or he gets COVID, and he's not going. They realize he's not going to play. Mike Williams gets cleared to play. I go pick up Guyton. I drop Guyton. I pick up Josh Palmer, and I drop Josh Palmer, and I put Guyton back in. And then I'm like, man, I'm so indecisive on this. I'm just gonna stay away from them both, like a fucking idiot, like a fucking
Who'd you
idiot.
play? Who'd you end up
Oh
playing?
my god, dude. Oh my god, the dude from the Jets, the Crowder.
Crowder.
Yeah,
Jamison Crowder.
yeah. Like, what the hell was I thinking? I should have stayed with Guyton, man. I should have stayed with Guyton.
I had Palmer in my fantasy in my DraftKings, but I didn't end up playing both of them. But yeah, that's funny. All right, let's get into the games for Week 15. Let me pull up the lines real quick because I did not write them down this week, so we are going to be a little surprised at the lines here. So it's going to be off the dome here. I'm going to have to write mine down. First game, Thursday Night Football. We have a good game here. It's a great game, I think. I think it's their second matchup of the season. You got the Chiefs at the Chargers. Chiefs favored by
4.5.
4.5. Sorry. Yes, you are right. Chiefs favored by 4.5. Preston, we'll go to you first. Who are you going with?
The Chiefs are firing on all cylinders. I like what the Chargers have going on, with their whole team. But I think the Chiefs are going to be able to, take control of this game pretty early on and just hold it. I like the Chiefs minus 4.5.
Yeah, I was debating here. I'm debating over here. Josh, I'll go last on the first one. Who you going with?
You're going to go last. All right.
On the first one. I'll go first on the next one.
Okay. All right. Well, the Chiefs are, like Preston said, firing on all cylinders right now. They're playing really good. I played the Chargers defense. I thought they were going to play a little better. Didn't they play the Giants?
Yes.
And I thought Jake Fromm was going to start. So therefore I was like, yeah, let me put the Chargers defense in because Jake Fromm is going to start and he's going to throw 4 or 5 interceptions because he hadn't played in forever. But no, they played Mike Glennon. But anyway, the Chargers defense is a little suspect right now. But I'm going to go with Chargers and the points. I think the Chiefs win by a field goal.
Didn't the Chargers defense do well fantasy wise too? Didn't they score a touchdown? I think so. I could be wrong.
They may
why
have.
You check that? I was going to go with them anyway. I was writing them down as you said it. I had a tough decision here. The one reason that led me towards the Chiefs, I'm going Chiefs minus 4, is I don't know if Keenan Allen. I know he probably will play. They said he'll probably play, but he probably won't get practice time, I'm guessing.
Nah, he'll be back. He'll be back Tuesday.
Yeah, he'll be back, but I don't know how much.
I think he'll be able to practice. He's vaccinated, so as soon as he has 2 negative tests, he'll be able to be back around the team.
I don't know how much practice time he will get, possibly. I don't know. I don't know about the full week of practice, having a day off, coming back and you're coming back and playing on Thursday. I don't know. And it's a 4.5. I could see this game probably being a touchdown. I'd like the Chargers. I like the Chargers the way they played. I liked Herbert, but the Chiefs defense has been better. But I'm gonna take the Chiefs minus 4.5. Let's go to the next game. Is that right? 12-18? Is that next week? 12-18? God dang, time's going fast. Sorry. Anyway, let me pull the lines back up here. We got the Las Vegas Raiders and the Cleveland Browns at Cleveland. Cleveland minus 6. I'm actually minus 6.5. 6.5. I'm gonna take. I know y'all. I'm pretty sure you guys might go different here. I'm going to take the Cleveland Browns minus 6.5. I think the Raiders have looked terrible these last few weeks. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like the Browns going to get hot. I think Nick Chubb's going to have a great day running the football as long as he's fully healthy. Give me the Cleveland Browns minus 6.5. Josh, who you going with?
I'm going to go with the Raiders plus 6.5. I think the Browns win. Like I say, I think they're in by a field goal. I'm going to go with the Raiders plus the 6.5. I don't know if Kareem Hunt's going to be able to play. I know he got came out of the game Sunday. Don't know the extent of his injury. Nick Chubb does need that other back to kind of give him a break. And I know they got Ernest Johnson, but yeah, give me the Raiders plus 6.5.
Who you going with, Preston?
Yeah, I like the Browns here minus 6.5. I think they're still a pretender, but I like them in this matchup. I just don't really think either team is really, playing exceptional at the time being. But I think the Browns are playing a little bit better than the Raiders, and being at home, I just like this matchup for them. So I'll take the 6.5 in the Browns.
Gotcha. I don't know why it says this game's at 8:15. It says the
Colts and the Patriots.
Is that right? 8:15?
Has to be if it's on there.
It couldn't be right. 8:15. Why would they play at 8:15?
Is that on a Saturday?
Maybe it's on a Saturday.
Yeah, it's Saturday.
Hold on, I'm looking.
These games are on Saturday.
When do they play? On the 18th, though? Why do they play on a Saturday on the 18th? I'm just looking.
I don't know. Because I don't know why they're doing it. But, yeah, I seen that last week that some games were going to be played on Saturday.
Oh, yeah, they are. All right. We get NFL football on Saturday. Good game, too.
Thursday, Saturday, Sunday.
Oh, is that to fill the no college football gap?
Maybe.
Yes. Well, there will be college football. There'll be some bowl games.
Yeah, there'll be some bowl games. All right. You got the Patriots and the Colts, 8:15 on Saturday. Colts favored by 2.5, which is kind of shocking to me. Kind of shocking. I'm just going to go with the hot hand. I'm going to go with I think the Patriots should be favored. I think Carson Wentz will struggle against this Patriots defense. Give me the Patriots. I know I shouldn't have went first again there, but give me the Patriots plus 2.5. Preston, who are you going with?
I like the Colts here. There's a reason they're favorited. I've said it a couple times. Vegas doesn't make too many mistakes.
I agree there.
Colts are playing really good right now. I think if Carson Wentz can, stay under one interception, I think they got a good chance to win this game. So I like the Colts in this one minus 2.5.
You did make some good points there. I'd agree. Josh, who are you going with?
This game's in Foxborough at 8.
No, it is in. It's at the Colts.
At the Colts, 8:15 on Saturday night.
Yes.
Yeah, give me the Pats. Give me the Patriots. St. Bill Belichick, Mac Jones.
I'm gonna make 2 games up on y'all.
I just don't. The only reason I don't see you winning this game, and I love Carson Wentz. I'm a Carson Wentz guy, but not against the Patriots. I think he throws 2+ interceptions.
The Patriots defense is real good, and they got a good run defense, and that's what the Colts like to do is run.
Yep.
Jonathan Taylor. So.
Yep. Next game. Carolina. This is a Sunday 1:00 game. Carolina at Buffalo. Buffalo favored by 10.5. Josh, we'll let you go first on this one. Who you going with?
Yeah, man, give me Bills Nation minus the 10.5. Carolina don't even know who their quarterback is. Chuba Hubbard's not Christian McCaffrey. So yeah, give me the Bills. And they're coming off that upset loss, to Tampa in overtime. I think they'll come out hungry and play really well. I think the Bills will win easily.
Yeah. I want to take Carolina here. I really do. Buffalo struggled against the run. They really have. If it was McCaffrey, I probably would. I expect Hubbard to do okay this week in fantasy if you're playing fantasy. But I'm going to take Buffalo minus 10.5. I don't know. I just think Carolina's kind of done, in my opinion. Who you going with, Preston?
I'm sorry?
Who you going with in this one? Carolina and at Buffalo. Buffalo favored by 10.5.
Hey, you jumped the Falcons game, huh?
No, well, I'm going in order of what it says right now.
Okay. Carolina at the Bills.
Falcons is at 4:00. So go ahead.
Yeah, I like the Bills here to cover. 10.5 is a lot of points, but I think the Panthers, man, they're just so up and down. You really don't know. Like, if they play good and they use Cam Newton and he's not throwing multiple interceptions and taking sacks, I think, they could keep this game close. But I think the Bills, they have that innate ability to, put it on when they need to, and I think they could probably cover late. So I like the Bills minus 10.5.
All right, so that's a sweep there. We're all going Bills. Next game, Jets at the Dolphins. Dolphins favored by 8.5. We'll go to Preston first now. Who are you going with?
I really don't really like either of these two teams. But I think the Jets are just bad. I think they're bad. And I think the Dolphins are good enough to cover 8.5. So I like the Dolphins minus 8.5 here.
Josh, who are you going with?
Yeah, man, I'm with you there. The Jets are bad. They're leading. Anybody know who their leading rusher was past Sunday?
Hold on.
Probably the quarterback.
Zach Wilson, probably.
Yeah, Zach Wilson was the leading rusher.
Yeah, had some people out.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Dolphins. I think the defense.
Another crazy stat. Well, not really. Deebo Samuel's been great, but he's leading in rushing touchdowns on the 49ers.
Yeah, well, that don't surprise me.
Yeah, that's a good stat. That's crazy though.
That sucks to me because I picked up Wilson Jr. But
Deebo Samuel would have been such a good pick in fantasy this year.
Yeah, he would have.
I'm going to go with the Dolphins minus 8.5. If it was anybody but
Did he catch
Jets,
that?
What just happened?
Oh, they saying
Monday Night
incomplete?
Football.
About to say, why didn't he just keep running into the end zone?
I missed it.
Oh, man. I thought he caught that.
Who was that? Who caught the ball?
I think he was targeting DeAndre Hopkins.
And it got
popped ricocheted.
And number 13, whoever he is.
If he didn't hit the ground, then that guy.
Oh, no.
Oh, man. Because it definitely ricocheted off his foot.
That was close. Yeah, but I'm taking the Finn. The Dolphins minus 8.5. Jets just not that good. Dolphins defense has been pretty good. Dolphins, I believe, coming off a bye. I expect them to stay hot. Give me the Dolphins at home. Next game, the football team, Washington, at Philadelphia. Philadelphia favored by 5. I will go first in this one.
How can I not find this game?
I don't know. I know the Falcons play at 4. That's why it's
5.5.
Whatever the games are. Yeah, 5.5. Excuse me. Thank you for telling me that. I don't know. I think Washington's been a little bit better. I'm not a fan of Jalen Hurts. God, who'd Washington play this week? I forgot. Who did they play?
Dallas.
They played Dallas. Yeah.
And they
give me Washington. Give me Washington plus 5.5.
They pulled Heineke out of the game and played somebody else at quarterback.
I'm still going Washington. I don't know. I hate the Eagles. I'm just not an Eagles guy. I don't know. I'm taking the Washington football team plus 5.5. Josh, who you go with?
Are the Eagles coming off a bye week too? I believe.
Yes, Eagles are coming off a bye, playing at home too.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Eagles minus 5.5. I think Jalen Hurts gets 100 yards rushing.
100 yards rushing. Okay. Might be good for fantasy purposes for people. But Preston, who you going with?
Yeah, I'm going to roll with the Eagles as well. I think being home is a big advantage here. Washington had a bad week versus Dallas. I don't think they're going to bounce back too much.
Divisional game, baby.
I think the Eagles have everything in front of them to not everything in front of them. I think they have a chance to win this game in a convincing fashion. So give me the Eagles minus 5.5.
Washington's still gonna fight. Hey, they're coming back they're gonna come back and face Dallas again. They going for that. I don't know. Are they even still fighting for the division? They were at one time. They were close. It was close anyway. Next game, Arizona, Detroit at Detroit minus 14 for the Cardinals. Or 14.5. We got to go half. 14.5. That is a big number. Josh, we're going to you first on this one. Who are you going with?
Arizona at Detroit?
Yes. Minus 14.
14.5. Oh, man. Give me the Lions and the points.
The Lions and the points. Preston, who will you go with in this one?
Give me the Cardinals and the spread. I don't think the Lions are going to be able to keep this game too long. It looks like the Cardinals are going to have to be coming off of a tough loss. So maybe that, makes them get up for this game. I don't know if that means they'll be able to clinch division next week. But the Lions are playing good at home. So that's what makes this a little bit harder to pick. I mean, they're not that bad on the defensive side. They're just pretty bad on the offensive side. So this is a tough one, but I'm gonna still go Cardinals minus 14.5.
Yeah, I never like betting the numbers this high, but I don't know. I'm taking the Cardinals minus 14.5. A lot of points. But I'm not a fan of Detroit, even though they're at home. I expect Cardinals. I think Cardinals get the job done when they face teams like this a lot of times, even though they didn't get Chicago, but Chicago was a little bit closer. I think Chicago game was maybe 13 points, but I don't know, I'm going to take the Cardinals on the road minus 14.5. Next game, divisional game, the Cowboys at the Giants. Cowboys favored by 10.5. Yeah, I am going to go with, I'm going to go first here. At the Giants, 10.5. I'm not a fan of the Cowboys. I don't know who's at quarterback for the Giants. I'm still, God. It's a divisional game. Giants hate the Cowboys. I don't know. Dallas could blow them out, but give me. This might be a bad week for me because I really want to go Dallas, but I'm gonna take the Giants plus 10.5. Give me the Giants plus 10.5. Preston, who you going with?
Yeah, I'm gonna go different. I'm gonna go Cowboys minus 10.5. I think this is their chance to start putting a grip on the NFC East and trying to take this division over with. I think the Giants. I mean, their season's over with pretty much. So give me the Cowboys minus 10.5 here.
All right, Josh, who you going with?
Yes. So that was a great pick by you there, Chris. Great pick for me to gain a game on you. Cowboys big 10.5. Yeah, Cowboys are going to win this game.
Hey, everybody stick the same way, but you got to understand, man, it's a divisional game.
Mike Glennon, Jake Fromm.
Unlike some people,
man, they're going to throw.
Unlike some people, I could be biased.
They're going to throw.
I don't know. I hate to say it, I like Mike Glennon at times. I don't know why. I don't think he's any good, but I like him at times. He's
Mike
okay
Glennon, Jake Fromm, or Eli Manning come back out on the field. They're going to throw 4 interceptions against Dallas.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see. It's a divisional game. All right, next game. The Titans at the Steelers. Titans favored by 2.5.
You see that?
I see 2.
Oh, I'm looking at ESPN. They're different, I guess.
Josh, yeah, this is why I always use draft. Well, I think it's DraftKings. Yeah, it's DraftKings Sportsbook. Josh, who you going with?
Yep. Not really sold on the Steelers as I was earlier in the year. The issue is Ben Roethlisberger.
God, I think I'm gonna do bad this week, man. Sorry,
it's a big issue. I'm gonna go. The Titans defense is playing really good right now. I'm gonna go with the Titans minus 2.5.
Preston, who you going with?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Titans. I think the Steelers. Which Ben shows up? Is it I want to go out with a bang Ben, or I'm too old to throw a football competitively Ben? So it's a tough one, but not really. Both teams have got their issues. I like the Titans on the road here, minus 2.5. So I'll lay the points.
What is the Steelers' record right now? I'm just wondering.
They're 6-6-1.
God, they need to win, man. They need to win, but I just don't know if I could do it. I have a feeling I'm not going to do this good this week in picks. I don't like some of these games. I'm gonna roll with y'all. I'm gonna go. Josh made up a good point. I think their defense is pretty good. Been playing pretty well. Their secondary is not good, but the defensive line I think is pretty good. And I don't like Big Ben at quarterback. They're not going to be able to throw it downfield with Big Ben. So that's the reason I'll take Tennessee minus 2.5. Next game, the Bengals at the Broncos. Denver favored by – sorry. Skip the game. Skip the game. Houston. Who cares about this game? Houston at Jacksonville. Jacksonville favored by – Jacksonville favored by 3.5. I'll go ahead and make my pick. Give me the Houston Texans plus 3.5. I don't like Jacksonville. Y'all can get a game on me there. I don't care. I'm not taking Jacksonville favor 3.5. This game should be a pick 'em at most. Give me the Texans plus 3.5. I'm going there. Josh, who are you going with?
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm going with the Texans plus 3.5. I think there's some issues going on down there in Jacksonville. Urban Meyer had to address the media about not calling his coaches losers, his assistants losers, and then having it
I heard
out.
about this. This was
Having
fun.
it out with Robinson or whatever.
Yep.
Robinson is definitely the best player on that team. I think Trevor Lawrence, I hate to say this on you, Preston, Trevor Lawrence is not in a good spot. I mean, what he throw 4 interceptions Sunday?
New Orleans is open. Hey, New Orleans opens the door
Yeah,
for you, Trevor.
I mean, he's a great quarterback, but he is in a bad spot down there in Jacksonville. Yeah,
Come on to Louisiana. Hey, you know, I could see him looking good behind Matt Ryan, too. I ain't going to lie. I don't know why. I could see that. I could see that.
Matt Ryan is like he'll play like his MVP self on a certain set of downs, and the next downs like he can't get the ball past 15 yards. It seems like. I don't know what's going on.
Preston, who you going with in this?
Yeah, I'm gonna lay the Texans plus 3.5. I don't see. I will not tune in for this game. I'm just gonna let you know now. I will not be watching this game.
I won't either.
Yeah.
Unless it's 45-42, I won't turn into it.
Yeah, but I think Denver, even though they're both 2-11, I think not Denver. I think Houston. I'm looking ahead. I think Houston's a better 2-11 team than Jacksonville is, and they've got the issues with the coaching right now. So I don't really know. This is one that like Chris said, this should be a pick 'em.
All right, a few more games here. We got the Bengals at Denver. Denver favored by 1.5. Preston, we're going to you first here. Who are you going with?
I'm going to go with Denver plus the 1.5. I think Cincinnati is starting to crumble a little bit, but it's not at the same time. I love Joe Burrow. I think he's an exceptional quarterback. I think he's going to go somewhere in the NFL one day, but I just don't think it's going to be this Sunday. I like Denver at home, so give me the 1.5.
Yeah, Bengals need to win, man. Bengals need to win. Denver, their running game has been good. I don't know how good it is. I don't know how the Bengals. I really don't know if the Bengals have been struggling with the run as much. But give me Cincinnati on the road in a pick 'em plus 1.5. Josh, who you going with?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Broncos minus the 1.5 at home. Broncos defense secondary is playing pretty good. Yeah. And what's the status on Joe Mixon? Is he playing?
I don't know. That's a good question. I feel like he's always questionable, like every week.
Yeah, so that throws a big question mark up for me for Cincinnati. Jamar Chase is good and T. Higgins, but like I said, the Broncos secondary is their strong point on their defense. I'm going with the Broncos minus the 1.5.
Next game, Falcons at the 49ers. 49ers favored by 8.5. Josh, we're coming right back to you. Who you going with in this one?
All right, here we go. Which Falcons team's going to show up? And it really doesn't matter which Falcons team shows up because they only show up in spurts throughout the game. I swear they were going to let Carolina come back and beat them. And it's been like that ever since they lost the Super Bowl to the Patriots. They'll get up on a team, and then they'll let them come back and beat them.
Cowboys.
Oh, my God. It kills me. So, yeah, I'm going to go with the 49ers minus 8.5. 49ers playing good ball right now.
Preston, who you going with?
Give me the Falcons. I think they're going to shock some people. I can't even get the angle correctly. Give me the Falcons plus the 8.5. I think they're going to shock some people this week. They've got that second boost of life. I think, they're excited they could possibly make some noise in the playoffs this year. Everything's still in front of them. They can go out and get it.
Make some noise in the playoffs. Just makes me. Does that not fucking make you laugh? I'm sorry. Make some noise in the fucking playoffs. I mean, look. I know that.
Hate, why don't you just hate?
That shit is fucking hilarious. That is hilarious. Make some noise in the fucking playoffs. Dude, this dude is the most delusional. They can make the playoffs. Don't get me wrong. They can somehow fucking sneak in, beat out of Minnesota. They could even win this week. They could even win this week. It wouldn't shock me. But make some fucking noise in the playoffs.
They do make some noise in the playoffs. It's got to be very loud. Okay.
Yeah. It's going to be fucking making noise. It's going to be fucking Leonard Fournette running in the damn end zone. or somebody. I mean, somebody, whoever the fuck they play against, they're gonna lose. I'm sorry, I cussed way too much right there. But make some noise in the playoffs. Are you kidding?
You're a fucking hater.
All right, we're going to Josh. Or Josh, you already picked this game. My final pick. You know, as much as I really do. I think the Falcons can keep this game close. As much as I do think they can keep this close, I don't know. I'm taking the Niners minus 8.5. I don't believe in the Falcons. Don't get me wrong. I think they could even win this game somehow, some way. Niners could sometimes lose against teams they're, supposed to win against or keep games close a lot. So it wouldn't shock me. But I don't know. I think the Niners are pretty good if depending on the quarterback play and their secondary plays well. Give me San Fran, and that'll hopefully knock the Falcons off from making any noise in the playoffs. Next game, Green Bay at Baltimore. Green Bay favored by 5.5. I don't know who's starting at quarterback. Any word on Lamar Jackson? You said he's probably going to play.
It said that he's still a possibility to play. They're leaning that he's going to play.
I don't know. I hate the Baltimore Ravens. I definitely think they keep this game close, but I'm taking Green Bay. Give me the Packers minus 5.5. I think the Packers are the only team that are one of the only teams behind the Rams and the Cardinals. I forget about them sometimes. That I was about to say that Rams and Cardinals that can compete with the Bucks for the
fucking asshole.
I'm just saying. You didn't let me finish my sentence. I forget about the Packers sometimes. They've been playing well. I think the Packers could even make a run. I always forget about them. I didn't mention them a minute ago. I forget about them. Give me Green Bay minus 5.5. Josh, who you going with?
Yeah, I'm not sure if anybody's playing better than Green Bay right now. I think they're playing really good. I think, with Aaron Jones and Dillon, they also have a nice 1-2 punch. It's hard to stop Devontae Adams. I'm going to go with the Packers minus 5.5.
All right, Preston, who you going with?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Packers as well. I think they're playing really well. I think both quarterbacks are going into this game slightly injured if they both play. But I think Aaron's is a little less of an injury that should be concerned about. Both, are great quarterbacks, but also I think Aaron Rodgers and the Packers are playing better than the Ravens are. So I feel more comfortable with them being able to go to Baltimore and getting a win and covering the 5.5-point spread.
How about James Conner? What a resurgence he's had at
fighting cancer, beating it.
Yeah, and playing so well at Arizona. Who would have thought? I mean, coming out of Pittsburgh.
That's crazy. That's great for James Conner, but what about AJ Green?
Yeah, AJ Green, he's playing well too.
He's got over 100 yards receiving, averaging 14.3 yards a catch tonight. I mean,
he's playing well. This game's a close game. We're gonna have to hurry up and get off so we can see the rest of this. All right, Josh, did you pick this game? Yeah, you did. I think we all did. We all picked this game, did we? All right, next game. This line doesn't quite make sense to me. Maybe it's because this game hasn't ended, and it's a divisional game. This is kind of the game that could surprise you.
Get it while we can.
Seattle at the Rams. Rams favored by 6.5. I'm going to go ahead and pick, even though it would not shock me. Ah, God, dude. I'm making second thoughts here.
Froze up for a second.
I did. I'm making second thoughts here. Seattle's just too bad. Give me the Rams minus 6.5. But I want to say it will not shock me if Seattle somehow, some hell and way wins this game outright. It's a divisional game. Seattle somehow every year always does something. These divisional games, they play tough. But Rams, I don't know. Seattle's just not that good this year. Give me the Rams minus 6.5. Josh, I'm going to go to you. Who you going with?
All right. So let me see here real quick.
Ooh, we play on Sunday night. Look at that.
Are the Rams and Seahawks play on Sunday night?
No, the greatest team alive and
the sorriest team alive.
The Buccaneers.
Okay, so we're gonna go. Josh is gonna pick the Rams minus the 6.5. Although I'm with you there, would not surprise me if the Seattle wins. It's just I can't really put any weight into Seattle right now. Although Tyler Lockett is looking good for them, I just don't see them. I just don't see them winning this game. So 6.5 minus 6.5 with the Rams.
Preston, are you kept making it 3 for 3? You going with the Rams?
Yeah, minus 6.5. I don't see how this game. It's kind of a head scratcher. I really don't see why. I mean, I know I made the comment earlier. Vegas doesn't make a mistake, but
divisional game,
but this also just could be because this game's not over with yet. That just seems too low. So I mean, you have to jump on it if you're thinking the Rams are going to dominate this game.
Yeah.
Especially if they lose tonight, they definitely are going to have to go all in for this game.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't say all in, but they don't want to. They don't want to fall in the rankings.
They lose in this game, they need to dominate next week. But I don't know. I see this game being close. I see the Rams probably win it by a touchdown. I don't know. I could see
which would cover.
Yeah. That's why I took them. Seattle's just not. They're just not the same. They're not the same team as what they used to be. Anyway, next game, Sunday Night Football. The Saints at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay minus 10.5. Give me
10.5.
The Saints plus 10.5. It's Sunday Night Football.
Who that?
I had to show up. Hey, Saints still got a strong defense. They still got a strong defense. One thing Tampa will not be able to do, they will not be able to run all over New Orleans. I'm telling you, they will not. Leonard Fournette will not be able to run all over New Orleans. Tampa's run defense is strong. Tom Brady's going to have a good game. I would say it should be a low-scoring game. I wouldn't even be surprised if I will be surprised if we went out right. Don't get me wrong. Let me not get ahead of myself. But I don't know. It's just one of these games. Just watch out. I'm just telling you. Tampa Bay and New Orleans. Give me the Saints plus 10.5. Would even bet this.
Please, you want to bet me?
No, I ain't doing no more bets.
Go ahead, Preston. Tell us.
What we're gonna bet. We'll bet something, but I can't bet much.
I don't. This dude's delusional, man. I don't know what he was smoking before he got on here, but there's no way Tampa's even keeping this game close. They're going to lock up the division.
What do we bet?
They're locking up the division this Sunday.
What do we bet?
They are going to lay 100 on the Saints.
Ain't nobody laying 100. The defense is strong. Ain't nobody. They won't lay 100.
It's an.
I'll tell you who's going to lay 100. Chris,
they could lose 20. They can win 21.
Leonard Fournette.
Leonard Fournette
ain't going to run over. I'll take the under. I'll take the under on Fournette on 100 yards. If you want to bet, if anybody wants to bet that,
no, I want the game. I don't want a game.
I get 10 points. I get 10 points. 10.5.
I'll give you 10.5. I'll give you over.
I can't bet a lot
Hey, you got Apple Pay?
Huh?
You got Apple Pay?
I got Venmo and I got Cash App.
All right,
dude, I want this app.
Hey, $10 from both of you.
I'll take it.
Let's go $20. And you're taking the under for Leonard Fournette getting 100 yards?
Yeah, I'll take that. No,
wait, so you're not even going to bet me? You're going to just take a 20 with him?
Yeah, because I've already bet you on the other one.
Dude,
let me do Josh. I want to do. I'm doing Josh.
Bet that Leonard
Josh took an easy one.
Gets 100 or more yards.
I got $20 on the under.
And if he gets 99 or less, you win. If he gets 100 or more, I win. And,
I think that's a. I think that is a guarantee for me. Guaranteed.
All right.
I could see Leonard Fournette getting massive amounts of runs here.
Well, hey, I'll let you bet that one.
What?
I do another 10 that Leonard Fournette gets.
No, we're doing 20. We're doing.
Yeah, I'm talking about him. I'm saying I don't want to do another 20. I'll do another 10. Just in case, because I don't want to lose $40. I'd rather lose 30.
Nah, I want 20 or nothing, but I'll let you. I'll give you a break to you because I think Leonard Fournette's going to get it. I'm not going to take it with you. I'm just going to let you have it with Josh.
All right.
I'm not taking your sloppy seconds for offering me seconds.
The only way this happens, if it's a blowout, absolute blowout, New Orleans blowout, which it definitely could happen.
It's going to be.
Definitely could happen.
It's going
to
be.
The way it happens is Taysom Hill throws like 3 picks.
Hey,
throws picks.
The only way,
but I could see him putting in the other running backs.
Hey, the only way Leonard Fournette doesn't get 100 yards is if he gets hurt.
No, I disagree. I totally disagree.
No,
I totally disagree.
Dude, they got some run packages in for him, and they've just been exploiting it.
Yeah, I totally disagree, man. The Saints' run defense ain't bad, and plus, if this game turns into a blowout, I don't think they're going to run the Leonard Fournette. I think they'll run Ronald Jones or somebody else. I just don't see it. All right, let's go to the next game. Minnesota at Chicago. Minnesota favored by 3.5. Monday Night Football. We always put this in there, even though we get to watch it on the show. Josh, we'll go to you first. Who you going with?
Yeah, let's give me the Vikings minus the 3.5. Even though the Bears came out last night and tried to shock the world and go toe to toe with Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay there for the first half. Justin Fields threw 2 costly interceptions. Yeah, I don't think the Bears are going to keep it close with the Vikings.
Preston, who you going with?
I like the Bears. If they come out and do what they did last night, I think they've got a chance to take on and upset, Minnesota outright. And then you're giving me points on top of that. I love it. I think the Bears are, they're improving each week, and we're getting to see it every time they take the field. I think Justin Fields is going to become, a great quarterback, and I don't think that's arguable right now. I like the Bears plus 3.5 here. Monday night.
I have liked Fields these last couple of weeks. I've liked the way he looked.
He's a fantasy beast right now.
Yeah. I think he's going to be a good quarterback. I really do. As much as I hate Ohio State and I don't want Ohio State to ever have a good quarterback come to the NFL, I think he's going to be all right. But I'm taking Minnesota minus 3.5. Minnesota needs all the wins they can get to sneak into playoffs. Yeah, I'm taking Minnesota on the road, and I love it. I can't wait till Leonard Fournette gets under 100 yards, baby, and they run like.
What if he runs like a 95-yard touchdown run and just like in the first quarter?
I'm just saying, the way he'll get this is if it's a blowout and Taysom Hill sucks, absolutely, which I could possibly see, could definitely happen. But I say if it's a blowout, I don't think they're gonna run him. I think they're gonna bring in the backup, Jones. Could be wrong. All right. Well, that's going to end it. We're going to get and watch the rest of this game. What rest of this Cardinals and Rams game. Appreciate you watching. We'll see you before Christmas. We won't on College Show, but have a good one. Peace.